This is me painting on Microsoft Paint using a normal computer mouse. I have now been doing this for over a year, during which I made over 50 videos to both showcase my work and to share what I've learned. In this video I want to talk about three things. First of all, why did I start painting on Microsoft Paint? And secondly, what kept me going? And last but not least, how much progress did I actually make? To start from the beginning, we need to go to June of 2022. I sat inside scrolling through my Instagram feed with nothing better to do. But then the algorithm blessed me with this work of art by Christian Young. Yet my original impression was... being unable to find an answer to this burning question, I had no other choice but to try it myself. And after painstakingly long 10 hours, I had finished my first artwork of Winterfell. As pleased as I was for having survived 10 hours of agony when painting on this miserable painting program, I was barely any closer to finding the answer. If anything, I felt even more confused. The software was clunky, lacking some of the most basic features, and painting on it was at best annoying, and at worst just plain miserable. So how did I then end up spending hundreds of hours painting on it? Well, I was still curious to know why someone would want to do it, and secondly, I can sometimes be very stubborn. And despite having completed a rather good artwork on Microsoft Paint, I still felt like I could do better. And there was something about this thought that completely captivated me. It was no longer whether the program was any good or not, now it was whether I was any good or not. Now, if you have spent even a little while on the internet, you have probably noticed that people will take on some of the most obscure challenges just to prove to themselves or others that they can do it. And now it had become sort of my challenge to beat Microsoft Paint and to show that I can make great paintings on it. So the next week I got back to work and painted this painting of Minas Tirith. I was already noticing great improvement over my first painting and was feeling very happy about it. Now, as an artist, I have to say that creating something that you feel genuinely happy about doesn't really happen all that often. So I thought I might as well share it on the social media, because if I like it, maybe other people will like it too. And like they did. After just a matter of hours, my painting was gaining a lot of attraction on sites like Imgur and Reddit. My YouTube channel, which at the time had only had like 30 subscribers, quickly tripled to almost 90. And I was feeling like I had just cracked some secret code. Excited about the new possibilities of both improving my skills as well as growing my YouTube channel, I kept painting every day, trying to one-up my paintings every week. And it became quickly obvious that the success of my Minas Tirith painting was not just a stroke of luck, but people actually really liked my Microsoft Paint artworks. My channel started growing steadily, and the more followers I gained, the more I was starting to feel like the challenge was no longer about proving my progress only to myself, but also to everyone who decided to follow my journey. Now, just like with any good story, this one also had its ups and downs. Even though I was making great progress with my digital painting skills and my channel was growing at a steady rate, I was starting to question the point of this challenge myself. The better I got, the slower the progress became, and I had never truly thought of an end goal. However, what originally started as a challenge where I could progress within set boundaries was now actually starting to feel rather limiting. And by the time I got to a point where I made my biggest artwork, this 3.3 million pixel size study of Tyrion Lannister, I was feeling like I had reached the peak. The only way to get better was to spend even more time making even bigger artworks. And to be honest, the thought of that was starting to get a bit demoralizing. The other option was to start creating more original designs, but why would I bother doing that with Microsoft Paint when there were simply better programs available? I still kept going for a couple more months with varying results, trying to think what I could do instead. However, at this point it was starting to become clear to me that I no longer had the drive that got me started with Microsoft Paint. Now, getting back to the present day, it's currently been about a month since I last uploaded a Microsoft Paint video. Does this mean that I will no longer be making art on Microsoft Paint? Well, I don't think so. Because as surprising as it might sound, over the year I genuinely started to enjoy painting on the program. It somehow has its own charm, and completing artworks with the limited toolset sort of make the progress feel more rewarding. However, what I can say for sure is that I will no longer be making Microsoft Paint videos due to some challenge I set with myself or because I feel like I have to do it. I will only be making them if I feel like it. I do feel like painting on Microsoft Paint has elevated my painting skills to a completely different level, and I am excited to find out how those skills transfer to other painting programs and painting mediums. So if you were with me on this Microsoft Paint journey, I want to say thank you for your support, and I will still probably be making art on Microsoft Paint every now and then. But what does this all mean to the future of my channel? Well, there is one thing that hasn't changed, and that is how much I enjoy making art and YouTube videos. I do feel like there is an entire world of art and more to explore and share it with you guys. As some of you might have already noticed, I have been recently making more traditional painting videos. My focus will still be on painting videos, art tutorials and art challenges, but I also do have some other cool ideas in store for the future. So I hope you found this 1 year recap video entertaining, maybe even slightly motivating, and if you did, do consider leaving a like and subscribing for more art videos in the future. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.